Speak up. Speak up.
I hope you guys can hear us because it just got loud in the IHOP today.
Yeah, it did get loud, but that's okay.
It's a Sunday morning, and you know what happens on a Sunday morning in Atlanta after church lets out.
No, wait. That's yeah. Before they get.
Well, this is actually before the church lets out, and it's already loud.
Yeah. Church will get out of noon.
Who are you, sir?
The bold one, the cold one, John Colder-Ice Lawson, people.
I'm Brent Leary. All right.
Boring.
Okay. Sometimes you just have to stick with the classics.
Yeah.
That is a classic. Okay. I know they like it. I know they appreciate it. All right. Another week.
Another week in the hole. Yeah.
Yeah. And another week of me going to Vegas after we're done with this.
Yeah, that's right, man. When
3 straight weeks, man.
Then we see you in Austin.
Oh, we're going to take Watching Amazon on location.
On location? Okay.
In Austin.
Location. So we're going to do some multiple episodes probably.
Yeah.
You know,
and we're going to
live coverage.
Going to find a good barbecue place.
Really?
What? If we're going to be doing stuff like here in the IHOP, if we're in Austin, got to find a good place to do that.
All right. Well, we'll find something.
Maybe we'll even let him eat a rib on.
I doubt if that'll happen. I doubt if that'll happen.
All right. So what do we got? What are you kicking us off with?
I'm kicking off?
Yeah, kick it off.
All right. So Amazon is looking to launch a new grocery store that's outside of their Whole Foods acquisition. So they're going to have their own grocery store that they're opening up. And why is groceries so important to Amazon?
Well, people eat every day, right?
Right. And when it comes to commerce, groceries are over 60% of all commerce. If you just think about that number, groceries is a huge win for a lot of people. And there's only like 3 major players in the grocery space.
And I would assume even now, although there's a lot of people ordering food online and all that, the vast majority has to be in an actual store, right?
Yeah, and they're talking about going in like San Francisco, Seattle, Chicago, DC, and Philly. So
Wait
really
a minute.
Major areas.
I didn't hear
Atlanta?
I didn't hear
we have Publix, bro. I'm sorry.
No, we got Piggly Wiggly and Kroger.
Do we have Piggly Wiggly?
I think I saw a Piggly Wiggly
really?
Still open.
Wow, okay. That's cool. So anyway, they're looking at opening a whole new chain outside of wholesale foods. I find it interesting.
Not wholesale food.
I mean wholesale. Whole Foods.
Because I'm sure the Whole Foods crowd a little more upscale. It sounds like to me they are adding a new kind of food store on top of what they have with Whole Foods, which is for the highfalutin folks, like
is
you
it
maybe.
Really?
Yes, Whole Foods is definitely. You don't see any Whole Foods in the hood. It'll be interesting to see if they put some of these stores in the hood.
Well, you know what? If you can actually, that's being funny, but I want to really be serious. Is that if you can navigate putting retail inside of those communities, you have a even larger margin than you do in other communities. So if you can navigate that, people really miss an opportunity when they ignore those communities.
People gotta buy food wherever they live.
Everywhere.
And Whole Foods, we know they're only in certain sections right now.
Right.
So if this is a way to expand their reach into food shopping, and they're adding these stores in locations that are different than Whole Foods, and they're aimed at a different segment of the population, this could be a huge thing.
Yeah, this is definitely not even going to carry the same brands that Whole Foods carries. So it's more of a pure play grocery store versus a upscale or targeted, healthy, quote, Whole Foods kind of play. So it's interesting.
We'll see.
We'll see.
I'm not going to call it interesting just yet.
Okay, no, but the thought of it.
It's a TBD.
It's a TBD. Let's watch it.
All right, so I just posted this one this morning, and I think it was a couple of years ago when news came out, studies were coming out that's saying when it comes to product searches, not all searches, but when it comes to if you're looking for a product, a couple of years ago, was the first time that Amazon went above Google for just product search. So, and then eventually it got to the 50% mark. Now there's a study, and I know you have something to say about this study. A study by some outfit called FeedVisor, which you seem to be aware of. Now it's not only that Amazon is getting half of all product searches. Amazon is now up to 2 out of every 3 product searches being done on the web, starting at Amazon. And on top of that, Google, only 1 in 5 product searches start on, actually it said on search engines. It's not just saying Google, it's saying search engines. So that means Google's probably getting the lion's share of that, but not all of that. All right, here's the stage. Let me give you the close-up.
What's that?
You have something to say.
Bullshit. That's all I'm going to say. The reason why I'm going to say I'm going to call bullshit on that is because of the origin of the story, or the origin of the report comes from FeedVisor. FeedVisor is a repricing software for Amazon sellers. So they have a vested interest and maybe putting a finger on that scale. There's no way, in my opinion, that 70%, 75% of all product searches start on Amazon. That's bullshit. But hey, it gets somebody to quote you.
Well, it actually came from eMarketer
that quoted
them. So
exactly.
I think I trust eMarketer. They've been around for a while. I'm hoping that they vetted it. So
look, I trust you. But you're quoting from FeedVisor.
No, I'm quoting from eMarketer. Who's quoting from FeedVisor?
Right. But you see what I'm saying? So trust sometimes bubbles up. So
trust but verify.
I don't trust that number. So I'm verifying it. And I believe, here's what I believe.
You can fly?
You can't even say that anymore.
I know. I can't even joke about that.
You can't even joke like that anymore.
That makes me mad.
But I just think, that number is a little bit overinflated. I would challenge FeedVisor to show me where that data comes from, because I can see FeedVisor having a lot of data into Amazon, but I can't see FeedVisor actually being able to compare that data with true data from Google to make that comparison. So that's why I call bullshit on the number.
I'm going to think it's going to be close to that.
Okay.
Because it's been a couple of years since Amazon hit that 50% threshold. So I think it's probably heading in that direction if it isn't quite there yet.
Here's my thing.
All right.
My thing is that we know that 60% of people that start their search on a platform end up purchasing on that platform.
Now, if you just extrapolate that out a little bit.
I'd give them 60%.
At least.
But 2/3, I think, is a stretch. So there you go.
All right.
Look, if it's 74%, I could still look in the camera and say, bullshit.
I think you just like doing that, actually.
I do, actually. Hey, one more. Bullshit.
There you go. All right. Moving right along. I'll take this next one, too.
Yeah, I have no more.
Because you did a special little, opinion kind of piece around what you saw with Prime shipping. You remember you did we haven't even posted it. I'll post it this week.
Yep.
Where you saw some trucks on the highway,
on the streets,
and just intrigued you. All right. So the whole Amazon Prime shipping seems to be, picking up some steam. It sounds like it. Okay, so here's one that may actually add a little fuel to the fire.
Okay.
So it appears that a former FedEx executive, a guy by the name of Sean Healy, who they said briefly ran FedEx Express Europe, and he's their COO over there. Well, he defected, and he defected to Amazon.
They made him an offer he couldn't refuse.
At least he didn't want to refuse. All right, so what does this mean? What does this mean? Do you think this is significant in the move of Amazon doing their own shipping, or is it just a dude that wanted to get away from FedEx? What do you think?
No, I mean, absolutely not. I think you just look at when you have COO, C-levels hopping, you're making them an offer, because usually with a C-level, there is more than just the salary. There's investment in the thing that they're running, right? And so they're having to give up a piece.
Yeah.
of the business based on him growing that piece of the business, which in my opinion means they're pretty serious. You know?
Well, I thought they were pretty serious
Absolutely.
even before that. But
Yeah, now that's kind of like
yeah,
stamping it.
Remember, I think it was last year, there was an article, and we talked about it, where the current FedEx CEO said, "We're not worried about Amazon."
To the JV team?
Yeah, JV, we are the people. Nah, let them do what they want to do. Do you
Right.
think?
You would think.
Do you think he's still saying that today?
I doubt it. Man, we've talked about that though. We've shown several of those stories where it shows that both FedEx and Brown and even the United States Postal Service are very concerned.
Well, we don't want to bring in the United States Postal
No, not right
Service
now.
because, you know.
All right. I bet. Plus, I mean, well, we should talk about them at some point, just on the last mile thing, and really just isolate the United States Postal Service. I think that would be a good episode
so, too.
too. Yeah. Cool.
All right, cool. We got one last fun
You got one more?
Last
Good one.
fun
Oh, fun one.
Apparently, people are doing things, you know, we always talk about driving while drunk, driving while impaired.
I know.
And these are
this
terrible
one.
things, right? These are terrible things.
Yes.
But there's another scourge, not necessarily on that same level, but it's a scourge that's costing people over $48 billion a year. That is drinking while shopping online at Amazon. There is a study, there's a story that says drunk shoppers spend $48 billion per year, mostly on Amazon. $48 billion.
$48 billion industry.
All right, I want a straight answer. Have you ever drank and shopped?
No. Not really. I mean, like, some of these stories are hilarious because they don't remember purchasing the product, and when the product, I'm sorry for laughing, the product gets here, but one of the images that they're showing is like this cat curtain, bath shower curtain. It's atrocious. And somebody purchased that while drunk and don't even remember.
I think this number is probably understated.
Possibly.
Because I'm sure there are things that people bought that they don't want to admit.
Exactly.
Like you, because you said you'd never done it.
I can't. No, I don't have anything that I mean, I've definitely been a little bit more swayed when I was inebriated, right?
You're quicker to pull the trigger.
Right. So, like, I'll give you an example. I'll have an idea and be like, oh, you know what? I need that for my phone. And all of a sudden, I got like 10 little tripods for my phone in my house, right? It's like, why did you order another tripod? You know, I get it. So, yes.
It's that drinking while shopping in the one click.
Yeah.
Wait till people start really using Alexa. Start talking to Alexa like it's their buddy. The next thing you know, something's on the package is showing up on their doorstep.
That's right. That you paid hundreds of dollars for and was like, what? I need to stop drinking.
I need to stop talking to Alexa. All right, 48 billion. That's
a lot. That is a lot. Wow.
That means there's a lot of drunk shopping going on.
There's a lot of drunk shopping going on, man.
Yeah.
Of course. Some people, just never wake up from their inebriation, so they're using that as an excuse.
Speaking of which, I'm headed back to Vegas, so there's a lot of
drunk shopping there.
Yeah.
The entire strip is made for drunk shopping.
And on that note, we will catch you the next time. I don't know. Hopefully it won't be from Vegas.
It'll be from Austin.
Austin.
All right. Peace.